What is going on YouTube? All right, guys, it's been a while. Wintertime, ain't a whole lot going on during the wintertime, right? So, haven't really been having much to really record. I do have some customer cars starting to pop in here that I'll do some videos on. But so I decided it was a really beautiful day. I decided to get my car off jack stands and go make a rip. Well, it didn't go real well. The top of first gear, all of a sudden I had neutral, nothing. And I was pretty sure I knew what happened. And I didn't record all tearing it apart because you guys have seen me tear my car apart a million times. But I can tell you that this shaft is a little broke. Yep, I sheared the input shaft right off. So, which really sucks, I just had this all apart and put new seals on it, and then boom, she snapped. And it snapped right at where the rings go. So this is a ringed shaft. They do make ringless input shafts. And these are rated, I think, at 11 or 1200 horsepower. So clearly I'm up there in power, but this has lasted me 5 or 6 years before it went. So kind of a service item, I guess, at some point, but at some point you probably need to go to a ringless shaft, but that also means you need a different pump. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead and order another ring shaft. This obviously lasted me quite a long time. If I snap another one in 5 or 6 years, I might go ahead and do the pump upgrade to a ringless shaft, but for now, we're just gonna wait on a new shaft. I need to figure out how I'm gonna get the rest of it out of the transmission. All right, guys, so this is not what it's supposed to look like. So that is what it's supposed to look like. And then in here, that's where your rings go, right? So these little nylon rings, they seal up, and then they allow this hole to have good pressure. But as you can see, that is the weak point of ringed input shafts. That small cut down is right where they snap. So unfortunate, but it does happen. You can upgrade, like I was saying, you can upgrade to a ringless shaft, but that means you have to buy a new pump. And this shaft has lasted me 6 years. Again, my car doesn't make the torque like a V8 does, so that's probably why I'm getting away with this ring shaft. I think these are rated at 1200 horsepower, which also means they're rated at probably right around 1200 torque as well. It lasted quite a while. A nice clean snap. I'm just gonna go ahead and buy a replacement ring shaft for now. I don't really wanna get a pump and get a different shaft and all that. So we're just gonna stick with the ring shafts for now. If I snap a second one, especially if I snap one early, like a year or two, then I will definitely look into going ringless. But for now, we're just gonna put a ring back in. Exactly what this one is the 300M material from FTI. So we're just gonna stick one back in, and hopefully she lasts us at least 6+ years. All right, we're out here doing some injector testing. We got some ID 1700s right now. Going through an Excel test. The cylinders are open right now. We're just looking at spray pattern. Everything's looking really nice. As you can see, they fill up quickly. But yeah, remember guys, I do injector testing. We clean them in our ultrasonic cleaner. Get them, unclog them, get them even, flow test them. If you guys have injectors you don't really know what they flow, I can do a flow test, figure out what they are, widen throttle. So yeah, hit me up if you guys need some fuel injector cleaner. All right, so here's how they come in, all nasty and dirty. These are out of I believe a Shelby 500. These are 1050s, all dirty. So what I do is we clean them up, ultrasonic cleaner, which also cleans out the tops, cleans the internals and the external. And then we go ahead and put it in our injector machine to make sure that they're all flowing really well. This is how they come out, all nice and clean and shiny again, all flow matched. We got some more over here going. Go ahead and test them. So it is the weekend. We got our input shaft that you guys saw that we broke. So here's the breakage. So went ahead and got another 300M input from FTI. And she's already in, as you can see, new seals, and everything feels good in there. So all we gotta do now is slap her back in, slap the converter back in, get it all ready to go. As you can see with my setup, I have to take the motor mounts out so that way the motor can move around and swing around, because it's the only way I can get to these side bolts that are way over here. Extremely hard to get to because of the firewall. So I have factory firewall and everything, so it's really hard to get to those. So I literally have to undo both motor mounts, drop the whole motor down, and be able to wiggle it side to side so I can get to that stuff. So turbo had to come off, cold side, had to take the fuel pump off. So I gotta do a ton of stuff just to get the transmission apart. So it is very much of a pain. It's much easier when I remove the head and then I can separate the block from the trans, because I can actually get to the top bolts from the top, but I can't do that when the head's still on. So this is the only way to really do it. I really hate doing it. I do leave pretty much everything else connected as I can, as long as nothing's pulling. But yeah, it's a pain. It's a very big pain, but we're gonna go ahead and throw her back in. I do have a race coming up. We're gonna go ahead and head down to the airport. They're gonna run a index class. It's a 6.0 index class. We're probably gonna jump in. I would like to test beforehand. I was gonna try to even test this weekend or Friday before the race. Probably just gonna go to our test spot. And I just wanna see, so we have a new stator, as you guys know, and totally different kind of tune up. So I don't really know what it's gonna run. I have an old like 6.0-ish tune, but I don't know if it's gonna be faster, slower. So what we gotta do is go out and see what that tune-up does, because you got to be somewhat close to that index line if you want to be competitive. You can't be super slow and you can't break out. So we're going to probably go try to test. Hopefully weather kind of cooperates and it's not freezing cold. It's supposed to be really nice next weekend, and as long as the rain misses us, it's supposed to be like 70s, so it's going to be beautiful weather. So get the transmission in today. Hopefully I can get it running today. Maybe just go out on the street, do some roll pulls, just see how everything feels. And then maybe tomorrow or Sunday, we can go out, make some hits, see what it's running. All right, we're getting close. Transmission is up. Now I just have to get my motor mount set. Now the reason I chose these Innovative Motorworks motor mounts was because they sit like that, and it makes it really easy to pull that bolt out from the side, where the other ones, or factory ones, they have a stud on the top. So you literally have to try to lift the motor vertically. And as you can see, you'll start hitting firewalls and you're pulling on stuff. So I got these just so I could easily get the motor out with this style. So, but getting the driver side in, yeah, it's not fun, as you can tell from my hands. All right, well, the car is finished. Our input shaft is in. We are gonna go freaking racing in 2 weeks. We're gonna go test in 2 days. Maybe I'll bring you guys along, but we got another customer block. This is a complete short block right here. He wants me to tear down, and we're going to build him a 2.0 Jeremy Allen special. Gonna be getting Jeremy Allen sleeves. We're going to be doing a 2.0 build, so it'll be using his factory 2.0 crank that's in there. Let's open her up here real quick. Did a pretty good packing job here. stock pistons. She's a stock girl. So we'll get this out and check it out. All right, here's our next customer motor. The cylinder walls look really, really good. Factory cylinder walls, factory pistons, very dirty block. Look at this, holy mackerel. But she's here. We'll be having another series on this. It'll probably be a video of breakdown, looking at the components, and then we'll have a build up once we get all of our parts in. But I actually have 2 other customer motors. So be here and there when I'm doing customer motors videoing. If I have really nothing else to video, I'll do some engine videos, even though I have a ton of them already on Facebook. But we're gonna be doing some testing, we're gonna do some racing. So be able to get some videos coming very shortly. But hey, we're gonna, it's Friday today. Car's done, went out, did a little bit of hits on the road. Everything looks good. So Sunday, we're gonna put it in the trailer, and I think my dad, a couple buddies might come along with, and we're gonna go to our test spot and see what she can do. I'm gonna throw in the 6.0 tune, see if it goes 6.0, and then adjust from there. So yeah, let's do it.